Are you tired of that sinking feeling when you see the grocery bill? Do you feel like you're being squeezed tighter than a stress ball? You're not alone. Times are tough, but that doesn't mean you have to sacrifice good food. We're here to arm you with the tools to fight back against rising prices. Today, we're diving headfirst into 10 bloody brilliant ways to stretch your budget further than you ever thought possible. We're talking about putting delicious, nutritious food on the table without selling the silverware. This isn't about fancy techniques or Michelin star dishes. This is about smart shopping, clever cooking, and making the most of every single penny. So get your notepads ready, sharpen your knives, and let's get this show on the road. Right, you donkeys, before we get fancy, let's talk about the foundation of any good kitchen, the bloody staples. We're talking about the workhorses of the pantry: rice, beans, lentils, pasta, those ingredients your grandparents swore by. They're cheap as chips, they last for ages, and they're more versatile than a bloody Swiss Army knife. Learn to cook these bad boys properly and you'll have a base for hundreds of delicious meals. Think a hearty lentil soup on a cold night, a spicy bean burrito to warm your soul, or a creamy risotto that will make you weep with joy. Don't underestimate the power of these humble ingredients. They're the backbone of countless cuisines around the world for a reason. Get creative, experiment with flavors, and you'll be amazed at what you can whip up without breaking the bank. Master these basics and you'll be well on your way to conquering your food budget like a culinary warrior. Listen up, you Muppets. Failing to plan is planning to fail. And in this economy, a well-planned shopping list is your weapon against overpriced impulse buys. Before you even think about setting foot in that grocery store, sit down and map out your meals for the week. What are you going to cook? What ingredients do you already have? What can you use up before it goes bad? These are the questions you need to be asking yourselves. Don't just wander around the aisles like a lost sheep, throwing whatever tickles your fancy into the trolley. By planning ahead, you'll reduce food waste and ensure that you're only buying what you need. Listen up, you bunch of amateurs. Putting together a decent meal at home isn't rocket science, it's about taking control. Those takeaway menus might be calling your name, but they're also bleeding your wallet dry. Ordering in is a luxury, not a lifeline. Cooking at home is the single best way to save money on food, and it's not as difficult as some of you might think. You control the ingredients, the portions, and you can even impress your significant other with your newfound culinary prowess. Imagine the look on their face when you serve up a delicious home-cooked meal instead of another sad-looking takeaway container. Think simple, flavorful dishes like a classic spaghetti bolognese, a hearty chicken stir-fry, or a comforting shepherd's pie. These are the meals that will nourish your body and soul without emptying your pockets. So ditch the takeaway menus, put on your aprons, and let's get cooking. Chapter 4. Shop Smart. Become a grocery store ninja. Right, you bargain hunters. Let's talk about conquering the supermarket battlefield. This is where your cunning, your strategy, and your sharp eye for a deal will be put to the test. First off, ditch the brand loyalty. Those fancy labels might make you feel all posh, but they're also costing you a fortune. Don't be afraid to explore the world of store brands. You'll be surprised at the quality and how much you can save. Become a master of comparison shopping. Check the price per unit, compare different brands, and don't be afraid to venture into the depths of those lower shelves where the real bargains hide. Pay attention to those discounts and sale items. Look out for those brightly colored stickers and stock up on essentials when they're on offer. So channel your inner bargain hunter, be ruthless, be decisive, and show that supermarket who's boss. Chapter 5. Waste not, want not, transform scraps into culinary gold. Listen up, you wasteful lot. In this kitchen, we have a zero-tolerance policy for food waste. Every scrap, every bone, every wilting vegetable has the potential to be reborn as something delicious. Throwing away food is like throwing away money, and I won't stand for it. Those chicken bones you're about to chuck in the bin, they're begging to be simmered into a flavorful stock. Those vegetable peelings, roast them up for a crispy snack or toss them into a soup for added depth. Leftovers are your secret weapon for budget-friendly meals. A simple roast chicken can be transformed into sandwiches, salads, or even a hearty pot pie. So open your minds, unleash your inner frugality, and let's turn those scraps into culinary gold. Chapter 6. Nutrient powerhouse, eating well on a budget. Right, you malnourished lot. Just because you're on a budget doesn't mean you have to survive on a diet of instant noodles and stale bread. Eating healthy is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And I'm not talking about those overpriced, trendy superfoods either. We're talking about real whole foods packed with nutrients that won't break the bank. Think lentils, beans, eggs, canned fish, and seasonal fruits and vegetables. These are the nutritional powerhouses that will fuel your body without draining your wallet. Frozen vegetables are your best friend. They're often cheaper than fresh, they last for ages, and they're just as nutritious. And for God's sake, ditch those processed sugary snacks. They're not doing your body or your wallet any favors. Focus on nutrient-dense foods, get creative with your cooking, and you'll be feeling like $1,000,000 without spending it. Chapter 7. DIY Delights. Become a kitchen alchemist. Listen up, you lazy sods. Those prepackaged snacks and sugary drinks might be convenient, but they're also robbing you blind. It's time to roll up your sleeves and unleash your inner kitchen alchemist. Making your own snacks and beverages is not only cheaper, but it also gives you complete control over the ingredients. Say goodbye to artificial flavors, preservatives, and hidden sugars. You'll be amazed at how easy and satisfying it is to whip up your own treats. Think homemade granola bars bursting with oats, nuts, and seeds. Imagine refreshing fruit-infused water that puts those sugary sodas to shame. So ditch the processed junk, embrace your inner DIY spirit, and let's turn that kitchen into a haven of healthy, homemade goodness. Right, you penny pinchers. Let's talk about becoming a coupon commando and mastering the art of the deal. Those little slips of paper can seem insignificant, but used correctly, they're a weapon of mass savings. Join loyalty programs, sign up for email newsletters, and become a master of the digital coupon. Stick to your list, prioritize essential items, and only use coupons for products you actually need and will use. The look on the cashier's face when you slash your grocery bill in half will be priceless. Listen, everyone deserves access to good food, regardless of their financial situation. If you're struggling, don't be afraid to reach out for help. There are amazing organizations out there doing incredible work to combat food insecurity. Food banks, community pantries, and soup kitchens are lifelines for many, offering nutritious meals and groceries to those in need. These organizations rely on the generosity of the community, so if you're in a position to donate, even a small contribution can make a world of difference. So let's come together as a community, support these vital organizations, and ensure that everyone has access to the nourishment they deserve. All right, you green-fingered foodies, let's talk about the magic of growing your own food. Even if you don't have a sprawling backyard, a small balcony or windowsill can be transformed into a bountiful haven of fresh herbs and vegetables. There's something incredibly satisfying about nurturing a tiny seed into a delicious edible plant. And the best part? It's a fantastic way to save money on groceries. Herbs, in particular, are ridiculously expensive to buy at the supermarket, yet they're so easy to grow at home. Start small with easy-to-grow varieties like lettuce, tomatoes, spinach, or even a simple herb garden with basil, parsley, and mint. So get your hands dirty, embrace your inner gardener, and experience the joy of watching your savings sprout alongside your vegetables. There you have it, you culinary warriors. 10 powerful strategies to take control of your food budget and eat well without breaking the bank. Remember, it's not about deprivation. It's about making smart choices, being resourceful, and getting creative in the kitchen. If you want to start building up your pantry, check out this playlist right here. It's packed with tips, tricks, and recipes to help you navigate the grocery store like a pro. And remember, the kitchen is your battlefield, so go out there and conquer.